We're back. Wrap-up show, John and Jim, presented by Mark Nimitz. Nice night to be a Padres fan. 4-0 against the Reds, 11-7 overall. Let us know where you're watching from. We're just getting started on this Tuesday evening. Let us know where you're watching from. We're a couple of minutes late. Jim's internet in and out, but it's good right now, hopefully. Cross your fingers. I shouldn't have said that. So let us know where you're watching from. Reminder, if you're watching this live or on replay, please hit the subscribe button if you're a Padres fan. We have year-round exclusive Padres content for you. Hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live. Smash the like button. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. You can watch this either live on YouTube or on Twitch. There's a link for Twitch down below. It's twitch.tv/wrap-up show. Jim? You didn't jinx it. We talked about it on the radio earlier. They were up 9-1. You said this thing's in the bag, and they picked up the 9-6 win.
Is my internet bad still?
It's like the what's the ad? There's the ad like, "Can you hear me now?" or whatever. There used to be.
I guess.
Can you hear me now? No, your internet's your internet.
It's
all right.
Whatever. As long as you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can see you too.
Okay, whatever. Great win. Offense got going. The 8-run, I believe it was fourth inning. Was it fourth inning?
Fourth inning.
Fourth inning. I mean, that inning was amazing. They hit for the cycle in that inning. Jake Cronenworth got a couple big hits. Ha-Seong Kim, my favorite player of all time. He had a really good game. Actually, I take that back. Eric Hosmer is my favorite player of all time. Right behind is Ha-Seong Kim. I mean, I at what point are you going to start saying that Eric Hosmer, this isn't like a fluke? You know?
Not yet.
Okay.
For me, but I hope I say let's give it a couple more weeks, Let's get through April into May.
So if he is doing this, if he's hitting like 320, which was it's a massive number.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At the middle of next month, are we like, whoa?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Probably. We're probably like, whoa. I mean, he looks like a different player to me. I mean, he looks like a completely different player.
He looks, I mean, give him credit for whatever happened. This is, married Haas, baby daddy Haas, Mosmer, whatever you want to say, something, or is it Bob Melvin, the Bob Melvin factor? He looks good. He looks comfortable. He made a couple, I think he stabbed at a ball at first base and didn't get it, but overall his hitting has been amazing. Just a really good win tonight. And I thought Musgrove battled through 6 innings. It was good.
Yeah.
Good win.
Just 2 earned runs. Okay, so if you want to make sure we get your comment or question here tonight, you can use the super chat function. We always appreciate it. We appreciate the support of the channel. We're about to tell you about our title sponsor. Please let us know where you're watching from tonight as well. The big story out of this is Will Myers, by the way. So we'll get there in a moment. Will Myers,
what happened with Will?
Out? Okay, he had an injury to his thumb on a swing, and he's going to miss at least a game, if not more, according to Bob Melvin. They'll evaluate him tomorrow. He could be placed on the IL. They won't determine that until tomorrow.
Trace
so let's get
Thompson,
into that in a moment.
Come on down.
Potentially. But before we get into this game, we want to tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, auto, home, renters, life, homeowners insurance, earthquake insurance. Mark Nimitz is your man. He's your guy. If I actually pan my camera, I have my homeowners and my earthquake through Mark. I got a plumbing issue.
Is Mark
here.
There?
No, but Mark's taking care of it. I got a plumbing issue right now that Mark is taking care of. He's been super hands-on and helpful over the last 48 hours. If I pan my camera, too much. I don't know what's it called when you like have the drain. What's it called? The thing in the drain.
When you clog the drain.
No, what's it called? The thing that goes on the automatic. What the hell's the thing called? The drain thing.
Garbage disposal.
Thank you. The garbage disposal broke. It created a leak. The leak has created some water damage. So it's a whole thing, but Mark's taking care of it. So if you've got insurance needs, Mark's your guy, I promise. He's going to save you $750 this year. He's a San Diegan. He's a lifelong Padres fan. Anything you need, auto, home, renters, life. Unbelievable customer service. He really does. Huge Padres fan. Big supporter of this channel. Without Mark, we're not doing this channel. So if you have any insurance needs, I'm telling you, because I've had insurance needs, please get in contact with Mark Nimitz.
All the information is above my head, mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
We'll see if we can play some Melvin as we continue on with the show. But basically what happened here with, let me pull it up. So what happened with Myers, I have the exact quotes in the UT. Okay, Myers' right thumb is swollen. He's aggravated his thumb injury while blooping an inside fastball to right field for a single in the 5th inning. So manager Bob Melvin said Myers will not play Wednesday, likely not for either of the 2 games remaining in the series. It's possible Myers will go on the IL to allow the injury to fully heal. We'll come in tomorrow, evaluate, and see what happens according to Myers.
All right, so what did we talk about at the beginning of the year? The outfield depth. If Myers or Grisham goes down, even though they're playing horribly right now,
right?
Where do they turn to? Jose
some guys that are hitting in the minors.
Trace Thompson, he's a guy. He's just hit his 9th home run, if the chat's correct tonight.
It's correct.
What else are they going to do?
Well, I think if it's short, if it's a couple of days, you probably just play Zokar and Beatty, and you just leave Myers on the bench, would be my guess. But I think they'll make that determination tomorrow. So, like, if it is, a week, I say they make a move, and I think it's Trace Thompson based on his play. Rooker's been on the IL.
Dude keeps hitting home runs in AAA, so
he would get the first crack. Now, you'd have to make a move on your 40-man because he's not on it, but he's deserving. You can't hit 9 home runs in a month and not get that opportunity if one presents itself, you wouldn't think.
Oh, 100%. He's doing all he can in the minors right now to be called up.
100%. 9 home runs.
But
jeez.
But man, it's just that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the offense tonight was really good, but the Will Myers injury definitely stings because of the depth issue. They don't have anybody else. And even though Will is just not performing right now, I mean, I think he had a couple hits tonight, right?
He did. 2 hits.
2 hits. Okay. Need more from Will. You just do.
I know. It's kind of tough timing.
Yeah. And when he's injured, it's gonna expose the outfield depth. Now you're gonna have to have other guys step up. You're gonna have Hosmer continue to hit like he's hitting. You're gonna have to have Jake Cronenworth come around, and he's had really good last couple games.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need Profar to stay hot. You're gonna need Manny to stay hot. You're gonna need to have. I think it's time for Ha-Seong Kim to get everyday at bats and no more platoon with Abrams.
Yeah, because Abrams is so young and he needs seasoning.
Yeah. You think it's time to give Kim like 75% of the at bats?
Probably, which means it's time to probably send Abrams to double or triple A. Now, I don't know what they would do. I mean, if you're giving Kim 75% of the bats, that means you're not playing Abrams. And, he's got so little seasoning of professional baseball that I don't know if that's going to work or not.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. But they have to figure out a way to get Kim as many at bats as possible. Just so you can see what the hell you have.
Yeah, because I think he's swinging better than he was last year. I don't think it's noticeably. I don't think it's ridiculously different, but I do think there are signs he could be better than he was a year ago. The thing with Myers in the outfield is, imagine this, Jim. What if I told you that come May, Blake Snell, Mike Clevenger, Will Myers would combine for nothing? Because that's what's going to happen. Because we're a couple days from May, and Myers has done nothing. Clevenger and Snell, well, they haven't played. I mean, that's a lot of money. If you're $200 million, that's 1/4 of your payroll. Myers 20, Snell 15, Clevenger 12. Like, that's a lot of money. And they've gotten absolutely nothing from some guys we talked about all off season long. But they're 11-7, and they're playing teams that they should be beating 2 out of every 3 times right now.
The credit to who is on this roster contributing, and it's a credit to Bob Melvin for getting these guys to where they are right now with a roster that is definitely flawed. Like, it's not built to sustain a bunch of injuries, which it's kind of piling up a little bit right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's not built like they're all of a sudden going to crumble. I mean, it's not built in the way that they have no depth. Like, there's no one behind anybody here. Like, behind Myers, who's behind Myers? No one. Literally no one. Who's behind
CJ Abrams? I mean, does this give Abrams an opportunity to play for the next couple of days? I mean, I guess.
I mean, maybe you put him in the outfield. That's a good call because
Yeah.
he played right field.
Yep.
Get him some.
So that's where I turn probably first. But if it's a week, I
Yeah.
think I turn to Trace Thompson.
Yeah, well, you need some depth, dude. You need a little bit of depth.
Yeah. Michael, thank you for the first super chat of the night. We appreciate that. If you want to make sure we get your comment, you can use that super chat function down below by hitting the $sign. Michael's a longtime supporter of this channel. So, Michael, we appreciate it. It's a fair question. Why leave Suarez in there in the ninth after he gave up that home run? But remember, the rules have changed the last 2 years. He couldn't go anywhere.
No.
And they did have Taylor Rogers up. Remember when he started the inning, the with the 3-batter minimum, you could have gotten to Rogers automatically with a lead because it was 9-5. Right. You could only face 3 batters. So you could always get to Rogers with a lead, regardless of what happened. It was hairy, Jim. He allows the home run, then falls behind the next batter 3-1, but induces a pop out to shallow center. He's been hit or miss. He's had some moments that have been good. He's had some moments where he's been shaky. But he did finish it off to his credit here tonight in the 9th inning.
Yeah. He's not a part of the A team.
Right.
But you need to give him.
What do you do if you have to go to the bullpen after 5? Let's say Joe Musgrove. I'm asking because I don't know the answer. If Joe Musgrove goes 5 and you have a lead, let's say you lead a game 5-2. What do you do 6, 7, 8, 9? We know 9 Rogers. We know 8 Garcia. We know 7 Wilson. You think maybe Suarez could slide in like the 6th, or that's the Tim Hill, Pierce Johnson when healthy? Well, Pierce should be later than that.
Honestly, I go Nabil Chrismat.
Interesting.
As
opposed to being a longer guy?
Well, I think he's very reliable.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, his stuff, he hasn't had any, he's mop-up duty, but he's a guy you can put in any situation. He's a guy I trust. I'll just say that. Like, he's a guy I trust. He's a guy I think Bob Melvin trusts a lot. Giving him that spot start in Arizona and pitching beautifully. I don't really trust Stammen, to be honest with you. I don't trust Tim Hill at this point.
Sure, yeah.
Ray Kerr looked pretty nice. I think he's a guy that is going to take over Tim Hill's spot. I don't trust Dinelson Lamet. What is Dinelson Lamet?
Right. But they got 4 or 5 guys.
You could put Suarez
Johnson.
You could definitely put Suarez in that spot as well. But
he's the last of the A team.
But they are developing here very quickly a pretty strong 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I agree with you. Steven Wilson has sent on 20 consecutive batters. That's unbelievable.
He's amazing. He's been absolutely amazing for this club. Garcia has been really good.
Really good.
And Taylor Rogers, besides the 2 runs he gave up without a defensive alignment, he's been really good as well.
And by the way, Profar another really outfield assist tonight.
Is he the greatest outfielder? Is he better than
name the greatest outfielder?
Who's the best? Who's the most gold?
Ken Griffey Jr.
in Andrew Jones.
Exactly.
Right, that's where I was going with. Yeah.
By Bitcoin Daily, our buddy who's driving tonight. Thank you for the super chat. I'm driving. LOL. Felt like an L after going down 1, but damn, 9 runs when Musgrove doesn't have a good game. Home runs from Kim and Hosmer. That's funny. Let's go. # go Padres F fam. This is a very good super chat, by the way. You covered a lot. You're right. They go down by a run. We were on the air, Jim, and you're like, well, Padres haven't been great from coming from behind, but then Kim homers and then the huge inning. And then in Cincinnati, you always worry about a comeback, to be honest. Cincinnati put some pressure on. They really did put some pressure on in this game, but give the Padres credit because a win is a win, and, they ended up winning the game by 3 runs.
Right. And we said today on the radio show, obviously get the win in Cincinnati, but also how they won tonight is exactly what I wanted to see. Bats get going. I wasn't concerned at all about Musgrove's start. I thought, the errors played a factor into why he gave up 4 runs or 5 runs, and I think only 2 of them were earned.
Correct.
So literally not worried at all about Musgrove. He's going to always gut it out and give you 6 innings most of the time. And he's going to have brilliant outings like he has had earlier this year. Bullpen looks great. The A team looks great. You get a couple bats going. I thought it was a really good win tonight. Now it is against the Reds. Prefaced by saying that it's against the Reds.
And they're
But hey,
bad.
do it again tomorrow.
They're bad.
They're horrible. Do it again tomorrow.
Yep.
Do it again Thursday. Go to Pittsburgh, and you are 13-7.
Yeah, I mean, for me, 12-8 or better, a road series win, 5-1 against the Reds or better on the season. It's good work. So let's see if they can finish off this series. And this is a really good point from Michael. Thank you again for the super chat. Again, if you want to use the super chat, you can use that. If you're here live or on replay, please hit the subscribe button. We have year-round Padres content for you, following most every game here in 2022. Interesting, not completely outside the realm. He's leading the big leagues in batting average right now. He says Eric Hosmer will be an all-star this year.
Eric Hosmer makes the all-star team. I will buy his all-star game jersey.
Okay, jersey. I was going to say those jerseys are like $600.
I'm not, because first of all, the all-star game jersey will look like shit, just like they did last year.
Well, it's going to be a Dodger jersey. It's going to be like a Dodger-themed jersey.
My God,
you can't buy that. You can't buy that. You're gonna buy a Dodger, like it's gonna say like I love LA.
All right, I'll buy a Hosmer. I'll buy a Padres Hosmer jersey.
Okay,
like $30. I'm
yeah,
not spending.
That's fair.
Yeah, and if he wins,
you're not gonna buy the $200 Dodger jersey.
No. The only way, and his jersey is in the cart still. It is in the cart. I almost got the checkout. But I didn't.
You got to whip out that credit card.
Nah.
Once he makes the All-Star team. I mean,
maybe.
Is it crazy? It's a little early. It's a little early to be talking like that. I mean, I think Michael, it's a good point. I think it's a possibility.
Hey, but good. Like I'd rather be talking about, hey, can Eric Hosmer keep this up than what the hell is Eric Hosmer doing on this roster?
No doubt. No
you
doubt.
Know what I mean,
yep.
It's a much more fun conversation to have.
Oh, no doubt. Much more. It really is. I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves with the All-Star game. We talked about the other day. I think Tatis could start in the All-Star game without even playing the first 2 months of the season because he's going to get voted in if he returns. I think it's a possibility. And then you got guys like Machado. Starting pitching has been really good. Taylor Rogers has been really good. What I would love to see is the Padres upstage the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium in the All-Star game. It's not going to happen. They're not going to have 7 Padres and 4 Dodgers. But there could be 4 or 5 Padres, depending on how this team plays in the first half of the year. Alex says you got to add Ha-Seong Kim to that cart.
Maybe.
I said on the radio, do you have anything to say?
About Ha-Seong Kim?
Correct.
Good. Keep it up. Dude, the notion that I want these guys to fail is completely wrong. I want them to succeed. I'm just pointing out facts when Kim's was hitting one whatever. Like, it's just a fact. I'm not saying I'm not, rooting for these guys to fail. I'm just giving you stats about how this needs to be better. Like, I'm sorry that I want this team to be better offensively. Sorry, everybody. But, here we go. I'm not a hater on Kim. I'm really not. I want him to do well. I really want him to succeed. If I was a hater on Kim, I wouldn't acknowledge anytime he did anything good with anything.
That was me being like, sure. No, I agree with you. I
gave him a chance.
Here's the thing with Kim. Hold on real quick. I mean, Kim, even with tonight, and it was a good game. It really was, other than a throwing error. 2 RBI, solo home run. He's hitting 194. So before we get over, I've been using the term over our skis for some reason because I just went skiing in Park City, Utah. Kim's got a lot to prove. He's a year and a quarter into his big league career, and he's had some moments where he's been outstanding defensively. There's no question about that. He's big league caliber defensively. But offensively, there have been moments where he's been better, but there's also been a 194 clip for 17 or 18 games. So let's see what he can do if he does get regular at bats, to your point. If he plays every day, can he get going a little bit? And maybe he will. I hope he does too. I agree with you.
Yeah. If is he going to be a guy that is like last year where he couldn't catch up to a fastball and hit 200, or is he going to be a guy that can get to around, like if Kim hit this year, hell, even just 250, that's a massive improvement off last year, and give him some pop. I think he hit 9 home runs last year or close to 10, up it to about 15, because you're going to get a lot more playing time now with Tatis out. And then his defense is always going to be great.
Let's see
But
here
you
real
just,
quick.
you just need to see that consistently from him, and hopefully he gets more consistent at bats. And with Myers out now, then your thought about C.J. Abrams going to the outfield makes a lot of sense.
How about this? Last year, Ha-Seong Kim in a full season. I mean, he didn't play every day, obviously. 622 OPS. I mean, well below major league average, obviously. This year, through today, 743. So that's good improvement. Despite the 194 batting average, he's been able to get on base. The slugging is higher. 743 is very serviceable for today in baseball when you look at hitting being down and him being a second-year player. If he can be 750 plus, that could be, it could be helpful.
And here's the thing with Kim too. Like, okay, 750 OPS.
Yep.
Is it great?
It's
no,
solid.
It's service.
It's
solid.
Infielder. Yep.
And also you have to remember this. He's not a starter. He's not an everyday player. Correct. He is the backup to the face of baseball, Fernando Tatis Jr. So if the backup to Tatis can give you a 750 OPS, hit 250, and give you 10 to 15 bombs, that's really good.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And again, you're just waiting for Tatis. Now, if Kim hits for 6 weeks, here's the thing: you got a DH.
Do you even put Tatis back in the lineup?
No, but I mean, you got a DH, and you have no DH. Like the Padres legitimately have no DH. They got a guy that has been awful. That's only 2 weeks in Luke Voigt. And they got a young prospect in Luis Campusano. We have no idea what he is. No idea. So, like the idea that they could ease Tatis back into the lineup as DH, I wouldn't be shocked. He's coming off, a significant injury to his wrist, which will impact his fielding.
We also know Tatis wants to play in the field.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not saying he's not going to play in the field. I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked if they eased him back into the field.
Right. I know. I like, who's a better defender, Kim or Tatis?
I personally don't think it's very close. And you know where I'm leaning. I think Kim's a better defender. I thought Tatis was good in 2020, took a step back in the first half of 2021. He was, I think Ha-Seong Kim's a better defender. Do you agree or disagree?
I think Kim is a better defender. I think Tatis has incredible upside on defense because of his range.
Yep.
It just needs to be tightened up. So I think over time, Tatis could be a better defender than Kim, but at this moment, it's Kim.
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely. Michael, thank you again for the super chat. He says, thanks, 4 all-stars for us. If you were betting, Jim, and if there were 4, who would be your first 4 Padre all-stars this year?
Manny, Musgrove, Rogers. That's all I got right now.
Yeah, my 4th would be Hosmer right now.
Oh, sorry, Hosmer. At this moment, Eric Hosmer.
But my sneaky 4th, and I don't see it happening because it's relievers need saves, is Steven Wilson.
Oh, Steve Wilson.
Yeah, that's my sneaky 4th. That's a little too sneaky probably to make the team.
Yeah,
guys that work 7 innings,
If the Padres won the World Series last year and Bob Melvin was the All-Star game manager, you could see it happening because he'll pick a couple of his guys, especially if Wilson had like an amazing postseason. He wants to reward him, and he's having a great year too. So that would be the only way for me that I think Wilson, unless he like has like a 0 ERA and he has the most innings pitched out of any reliever going into the All-Star break.
Right, exactly.
Even with no saves.
Right. It's just harder, right? Because there's a lot of closers on that team. There's guys with crazy strikeout numbers, maybe, on that team. But first-year players that work 7th innings. Now, again, if he's got like a 0 ERA or something crazy like that, then he'll be on the team. You know.
Yeah, we'll see. Jinx.
You want to get to the Buy Bitcoin Daily? Super?
Yeah, go Suns. What's the score of that game? Are they winning it right now?
I'm actually watching. Phoenix leads by 7 with 4 minutes to play. Phoenix has been out in front most of it.
Yeah, they've led the whole way.
New Orleans, I give New Orleans with CJ McCollum. They don't look terrible.
They're not going to win though.
No, they're not. No. Real quick before we get back to it, look what I'm wearing.
Oh, dude!
Okay,
merch, bro.
Merch. For those of you that are looking for a fun way to support this channel, you might have missed it. We put some John and Jim merch up late last week, I want to say. We put up like the snapback John and Jim, which I think is dope. We put up like a hoodie that Jim wants. John and Jim hoodie.
Premium hoodie.
premium hoodie, dude. And then we also put up, so we got the pinstripe
Is
logo.
that a sticker?
Yes.
I
There are
need that
stickers.
I need a sticker.
There's John and Jim stickers. There's the pinstripe logo. There's the brown logo. Then there's wrap-up show merch. There's even more. There's reach around show merch. So if you want to support this channel, and we appreciate the support of our viewers, you can click the link down below. There's a link down below. We've got this brand new merch store up with wrap-up show stuff and John and Jim and reach around show stuff. So if you're looking for a way to support this channel, and you've been watching us for the last handful of weeks or handful of months, we would appreciate it if you checked out that store while you watch the show. You can browse. You can check it out. There's a link down below.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff there. A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. And when you go and buy stuff and you get it, post it on social media, we'll give you a retweet.
Yeah, we've had a few of our viewers do that over the last week or so. Stuff is arriving fairly quickly. I think our viewers would tell you that. It's probably taken about a week to 10 days. You know, but it's pretty decent. And it's affordable stuff. I mean, you're getting t-shirts for $20, hats for $20, sweatshirts for 30-something bucks. So check it out while you watch the show tonight, if you don't mind.
Oh, thanks for joining us, Mark.
Oh, Mark, I was just complimenting your insurance. I don't even, me, I'm so terrible with the terminology here.
You're helping John fix his clogged drain.
Yeah, I couldn't even say what the issue was.
Because you don't know what a garbage disposal is.
Garbage disposal, and that led to a leak, and this, that, and the other thing. Anyway, Mark's taking care of the whole thing. I don't even know how Mark knew, but he's taking care of the whole thing. It's amazing. I'm getting calls from Mark. He knows before I even know. It's unbelievable. So if you have insurance needs, you contact Mark, right? That's what you do if you're San Diego. And there's a link down below. You contact Mark. Tell him we sent you.
Yes.
Contact Mark.
Yes.
Oh, we're getting into supers around the NBA right now, Jim.
Screw the Lakers. I'm with you there, Michael.
What's the deal with? I don't even know. Because your Warriors, I assume, won this series already. Is that why I haven't seen it in the last couple of days?
No, they play tomorrow.
What is the series? Is it 3-1?
3-1 Warriors. They play tomorrow at home.
Okay.
And then they're probably going to face the Grizzlies now because
how about Ja tonight? Did you see some of that?
Jesus.
How about his slam in the third quarter? It was like, oh my God, what happened?
Jesus, dude.
Just become the Ja wrap-up show.
Yeah, I know. I got to put this one in here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Perfect. What's the score of the Dodger game?
Dodgers are trailing after 8, 5-3. So they got one more crack. San Francisco's leading Oakland tonight in Oracle 8-2.
They're never going to lose.
That'd be good news. That'd be really good news if the Dodgers lose, right? Always good news.
Anytime the Dodgers lose. Yeah.
It's good news. I wanted to pull up Mark just had it. Oh, yeah. He's just joining us. We talked about this. Oh, I'm sorry. Dodgers losing. Let me just click on this real quick. Goodbye, Myers. Give me Trace. Yeah, we talked about this a little bit, Mark. The Myers thing is day to day. It sounds like for Melvin, they're going to reevaluate tomorrow. I think that if it's more than like 2 days, he probably does go on the IL because he hasn't really been contributing. So what's the worst thing that happens? So he takes an extra couple days to get ready. He hasn't really contributed. Did have 2 hits tonight. But Trace Thompson, I mean, the ball must look like a beach ball to him right now in AAA. I mean, you bring him up, you just hope he runs into 2 balls over 10 days. And that seems pretty realistic the way he's swinging it.
Right. And the thing with Myers, like you said, he's not contributing. So it's not like a massive blow to their lineup, but it is a blow to their depth. And that is a problem because they don't have any depth in the outfield. So now you're having to look at bringing up Trace Thompson and then creating a roster spot for him on the 40-man. And it creates this whole thing here. Unless you just want to move and just have CJ Abrams be your outfielder now. Like if that just becomes his permanent spot along with Beatty and Azokar. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if they want to do that and not worry about putting Trace on the 40-man, okay. But
is that the best way to utilize your lineup? You know, if it is for 2 days, it is. For 2 days, they're not going to make a roster move. But for longer than that, they'll make a roster move because you're not just going to hang on to him and lose that spot for 7 or 10 days.
And just hope that this injury isn't like a thing that lasts for a long time. And maybe
thumbs. That's tough.
Can we get, I don't know, some consistent at bats from Will? Can we get some healthy? Can we get a healthy stretch from Will?
Joshua, first of all, thank you for the super chat.
Oh, dude.
Thanks for the merch love. So, hey guys, just got my merch. It's awesome. Got a t-shirt, which is super comfortable. That's awesome to hear, by the way, because I'm waiting for a couple of t-shirts, including one for Mark Nimitz, by the way. And he got a sticker, and it looks great on my car. I had the sticker on the back of my laptop, Jim, as you saw, and you have the sticker on the back of your laptop.
Yeah,
I
I
had to
can't
take
show you
my
a picture,
sticker.
though.
What'd you say?
I said I couldn't show you a picture of it right now, but it's
Right,
there.
because you're using your laptop, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Jones ripped mine. I got to get another. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
Oh
come on, man.
my
It's my sticker. It's not your sticker.
Why do you have a kid?
I know. Be a man. Don't have
Don't have
no.
children. Be a man.
I told you today, my son got up. This is the first time it's ever happened. He's 3 years old. He's been up since 3:50 in the morning. I was up from 3:50 on.
Is he asleep yet?
No, he's asleep. Yeah. Although
Okay,
he just
good.
fell asleep like 20 minutes ago. He's like singing songs
How?
like Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm like, dude,
He's like,
let's
yeah,
talk
so
Padres.
happy. And I was like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. Just pray that he sleeps. Please sleep tonight.
Who's the kid?
Josh Mears?
Josh Mears, yeah.
Robert
That's
Hassel?
another. Yeah.
Mears ain't. I mean, I saw some people commenting it. Mears isn't going from Fort Wayne. I mean, it's happened in baseball history, but I would be shocked, right? Mears isn't going from Fort Wayne to a cup of coffee, not with guys like Trace Thompson hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, does it?
No.
Yeah.
Give him more time.
Yeah, give him more time. Come on.
More time. He's not ready.
Right.
Alex, awesome. Just purchased your reach around mug. Oh,
Alex.
dude, yes.
Dude, you're the man.
And feature it in the outdoor pool. Oh, man.
Which is amazing. We want to do a show from the outdoor pool. Here's the deal, Alex.
Your outdoor pool is like my dream setup.
Yes. We need to do some shows. Yeah, so we're inviting ourselves over. We'll be over tomorrow. 6 p.m. work. The show ends at 6.
Let's see here.
This is funny.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you click on?
Hold on. First one, this one.
Yep.
Does Padres Twitter owe Hosmer an apology, or was the all offseason hate reasonable? I believe it's not hate. It's not hate.
Right.
It's criticism. You can be criticized as a professional athlete. That's not the first time someone's been criticized for their play in their sport. Hosmer rightly was criticized for his play, deservedly so. Through all of last year, through his first 4 years here with the Padres and the offseason. It's not hate, So he can be criticized. Now, does anybody owe him an apology yet? No, it's been 18 games. Do it like John said, become an all-star. Then you take the heat off your back a little bit. Help this team make the postseason. Definitely you'll have heat taken off your back. Do something in the postseason that fans will remember forever. And I tell you what, a lot of the hate and criticism will definitely go away.
I agree with that. Here's the thing. The reason I think it's fair is that for 4 years he didn't perform. And he signed a contract that was really a sizable deal. I mean, the 8 years, 144, you're going to get criticism when you don't play well. And really, by and large, for 4 years, he didn't play well. I mean, there were some moments, but not worth $20 million a year. He would tell you that same thing. So maybe he turns this around for the second half of this contract. I mean, wouldn't that be unbelievable if you put together a couple of really nice years in a Padres uniform? Even 1 year you would take right now, obviously. So
just just contribute. Don't become the solution instead of the problem. And right now, Hosmer is a solution for this team, and he's relied on, and everybody loves him in that clubhouse. Every time someone's talked about the clubhouse dynamic, Eric Hosmer's name is brought up first. So it would be a added bonus if he actually performed and put up numbers, because not putting up any numbers, and like he did the last couple years, or his entire time here in San Diego, it's really hard, I feel like, sometimes to be that full leader when you're getting benched or platooned or not doing well. It's hard because how can you become a leader when, you're not doing good? Like, you have to perform.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree with everything you said. I mean, I think it's a fair point from Danny. I really do. That's reasonable based on the way he's played. I just think that, the last 4 years, and he said some things publicly that have rubbed some people the wrong way, including me. But hey, listen, I hope he hits. I hope he plays like this all year long. What I was laughing at earlier was don't put the sticker on the Honda. My Honda is literally like on its last.
The sticker would be worth more than the Honda.
Yes, you are 100% right. This game is going final, folks.
Dodgers lost 5-3. Let's go.
So after all that, and that's a whole nother conversation. You said move on to the Reds, but after everything, the last 4 games,
Yeah.
Padres are 2-2, Dodgers are 2-2. Padres are a game back. Thanks, Alex.
Perfect. Wrap up show pool day. Yes.
Any of the number ones. I like that. Is that like loyal listeners, viewers?
Like a P1?
I like that.
Like our P1s?
Or are you saying like the people that were dating Alex, like my wife?
Yeah.
Like +1.
+1. Got it. +1. All right. I'm just gonna address this because I see Alex. Okay. You saw it in the chat.
What?
John?
I haven't seen it. I'm trying to tweet out about Nathan Mensah being among 283 players that have declared early for the NBA draft. But that he can withdraw.
Okay. Yes, Alex, I'm from the Bay Area. I've been here for 13 years now. No, I didn't.
Let me see this. Okay. Where's the actual? Hold on.
Right here.
Hold up.
Yeah, I'm from Northern California. That's where I grew up. I was born there, raised there, moved down here 13 years ago. Mm-hmm. San Diego's my home now. I'm not going anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere. Yes, I'm a Warriors fan. Yes, I'm a Niners fan. I root for the hometown teams. I want the hometown teams to win because that's where I live, and I want the Padres to win. If the Chargers were in town still, I would root for the Chargers, and I did root for the Chargers when they were here. So that's I didn't grow up a Padres fan, but I root for the team to win.
You know what? And I'll address something too. And I think, I mean, listen, Jim was born in the Bay Area. I was born in Philadelphia.
I didn't have a choice, guys.
I mean, I don't discuss it a ton on the radio because I've dove in to being, behind San Diego sports, whether it's San Diego State or the Padres. And I think anyone that watches me or listens to me knows my passion for San Diego State and covering the Padres. I think that comes across if you watch or listen. I grew up in Philadelphia. I rooted for the Eagles and the Sixers and the Phillies and the Flyers. I'm 41. I left Philadelphia when I was 21 for college and then working in minor league baseball. But it's like you can't take like that's who we are. I mean, I was born somewhere. I mean, some people were born in San Diego. Some people were born in whatever, Bay Area or Philadelphia, right? But a lot of people ended up in San Diego. That's the one thing with San Diego, I will say, where in Philadelphia, there's a lot of people that are born and then end up living their whole life there, right? They live there and they die there. I think a lot of people make it to San Diego. So I think San Diego becomes a passion for people sometimes later in life because they didn't find themselves in this great city until later. But I mean, I didn't tell my mom and dad when I was 3, like, yo, we need to get to San Diego.
We need to get to San Diego.
Out,
I was like my grandparents, my grandpa especially. Yeah, he took me to Giants games. Like it was something that I grew up with, but over time people change and people move on. And it's not like, oh my gosh, you didn't grow up a Padres fan? Why should we listen to you? Like, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Here's the reason why I would listen to Jim, because I don't think anyone's watched as much Padres baseball literally in the media than Jim over the last 10 years.
6 years, 7 years.
He spent multiple years at Petco Park working on the Padres radio network as like their executive producer. He spent the last 3 years, like I have, covering every single game post-game. Like I don't know if there's anyone that has covered the Padres as much as Jim has covered the Padres over the last 10 years. I don't even know how close it is.
We don't pom for the team. We tell it like it is.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And that's true, Michael. 100%.
Soft. We weren't born in San Diego.
Exactly.
Losers.
That's our bad. That's our bad.
Sorry. I'm going to go back in time and tell my mom to move down here instead.
That's funny. Let's get to some supers.
All right. I really don't know how to say this. Is it
Pseudonym 284?
Okay. Thank you for the super chat.
Super, man.
Does the dead end ball hurt the Padres more than most teams because they aren't good at slugging? Or does it help them because they're defense first team anyways?
That is a really interesting question.
Okay, let me read this again. Does the dead end ball hurt the Padres more than most teams because they aren't good at slugging? Right. Or does it help them because they're defense first team anyway?
So, like, would you rather rely on offensive numbers being down because you have good pitching? Or would you want offensive numbers to be better because your offense isn't that good and you could use additional power from this lineup?
Mm-hmm.
It's like glass half full, glass half empty.
But if the balls are from the humidor, like, and all the offense is down, I mean, that's really It's a weird thing.
Yeah, I read an article today about it. The ball is not traveling as far across baseball for whatever reason. Weather may be a factor. The actual ball might be a factor. Humidors. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's going to continue. I don't know if they'll change the ball. The Padres, yes, they've only been a middling offensive team, if not a tick below average this year. But some of the power numbers are coming, Jim. Like what? 2 more home runs today, 15 home runs in 18 games. It's not ridiculously low. And they'll get Tatis. And hopefully that changes the power numbers.
Right. And, hopefully you get Voit and other players and they can, start hitting the ball, be performing there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael, for another super. I like this. My dad also grew up in Philadelphia, but I was born here in San Diego. Yeah, I mean, you know how sports are. We could have this conversation for forever. I think ultimately, Jim, people respect, obviously, the fact that we've had so many viewers on the wrap-up show and so many listeners on the radio. I think people respect the work we put in to covering this team. I mean, you can't work as much and watch as much as we do and not have a passion for what we're doing. I mean, it's as simple as that. I don't even know how else to say it. I mean, it's literally a passion project.
It's one of those things where yeah, I follow the hometown teams. I want the Padres to win. Do I still follow the Giants where I grew up? Yes, I do, but I focus on the Padres because that is the team that I cover. That is the team that I want to win for the fan base here, because when they win, it's better for everybody in town. The fan base, they desperately deserve a winner. So it's yeah, I follow a bunch of teams.
You don't need to apologize. You don't need to apologize.
Let
me
say that. And actually, people are like, "Oh, you're a Giants fan. This. Why are you like the Padres?"
It's funny you say that, though. It's funny you say I'll be 1,000% honest. I don't cover the Phillies, and I could care less about the Phillies. And let me explain why. I used to care a lot as a kid. When I started working at baseball, I spent 5 years working for the Pirates. I dove in. I was interested in it. I liked seeing guys come up. Neil Walker. There's a zillion. I watched all these guys come up. Nigel Morgan, all these guys that came up. And then I spent 10 years again working for a Phillies affiliate. You dive back in, you get to kind of know the players and the prospects. But once you're out of it and you dive back in, like now that I'm in San Diego with you, and now that I want to finish my career in San Diego, because if I leave San Diego, I'll be doing so divorced, because my wife will never leave San Diego. I'm 100% in. Right. I could care less about anything else. All I care about when it comes to our sports jobs, by and large, are the Padres and San Diego State football and basketball. And again, if you watch and listen, that's what we care about, because that's who we are.
Right. And Travis makes, before we get to another, we have any more super chat here? No, we don't. Travis makes a good point. I feel that it's okay if you're a fan really of any team except for the Dodgers.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
If you're a fan of the Dodgers, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Yep. It kind of divorces you from talking about the Padres.
Yeah. I feel right. And that's just faking. I mean, you can't honestly, and they say this a lot now on when you do YouTube and stuff, you can't fake this. I mean, you said you see us every single night. You watch me drink. You watch me with a broken, what's it called, Jim? Drain. You see Jim when his internet doesn't work. You see Jim with his girlfriend. You don't really see him with his girlfriend, although that might create some more super chat opportunities for us. Mm-hmm. But I mean, this is who we are.
Right. And I love sports. I love rooting for team. I love rooting for hometown.
Well, we love the thing with our show is we're baseball first guys. We grew up on baseball.
Yeah,
I score games. I scored in 2020. I scored every single game.
Baseball is probably my first love. Baseball's my first love. That's the first sport that I played growing up was baseball, and then I got my basketball career going. But
yeah, that's right.
It's baseball.
You were a big double guy in high school and college.
Big double guy.
We appreciate these kind words, seriously. And because, again, you guys have been here with us. I mean, you've been here with us during the lockout. You've been here with us on Saturday mornings and Sunday nights. And, I mean, shoot, the last 1 a.m. covering Dodgers-Padres games after you lose in 16 innings, talking on the radio. For who, for what? For you. I mean, for viewers, for listeners. That's why we're doing it.
The super chat from Juan. Watching the Padres offense is like watching an NBA team that can't score 3-pointers. So
the Nuggets?
No, the Nuggets are good. They killed the Warriors last game in threes.
Just kidding.
The Orlando Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Not tonight though. Padres offense was really good tonight. They had a really good inning. I know Darnay Tripp he was like, well, the Reds outscored the Padres 5-0 after their 8-run inning in the fourth. Like, stop it. No.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. I mean, and I know he's kidding because it just
I know.
does. Just over the course of 162 games, there's how many innings? A lot. 1,300 innings. There'll be some innings you win, some innings you lose. You just want to win more games than you lose,
Yeah.
Yes, we're on Twitch. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on Twitch tonight. Twitch.tv/wrap-up show.
Yeah, no room for any LA anything. Dodgers. I mean, no, FLA. Are you even real fans?
Right. I love it.
Right, because there are people that
the truth is we have fandom, but I think the beauty of having fandom is we have we're happy to be critical if there's a need to be critical. We're happy to praise if there's a need to be praised. If you've been watching the show tonight, what have we done? We've praised this team for 45 minutes. If they lost tonight 9-6, we would have ripped this team for 45 minutes. That's what fans do.
Right.
It's not personal. Right. I mean, listen, we're not going to acquiesce. That's the other thing. I mean, we're going to do the show we do on the radio from 3 to 6. We're going to do the show we want to do, and we're going to offer our actual opinion. I'm not going to bend for someone else's desires or needs. We're going to offer our opinions.
And we're not going to go on and say that we're like these super fans. We are on the radio covering a baseball team for you, and we're giving honest opinions, and we follow the team, and we want them to win. Like, we're not going to throw pom-poms every time for anything that they do.
You're right, Josh. And they were terrible when I was there, 03 to 07. Oh, they sucked. And their prospects never hit. You know who hit? Is Kutch. And I never even saw him. He skipped over high A, Lynchburg. He went from low A to double A. I didn't even see him. So, yeah, it sucked.
I agree with this statement.
Absolutely.
Well, then you're Tony Gwynn.
Jr. Yeah, exactly. And then that's fine. I mean, you know what I mean? There's no NBA. I don't even know what to make of it.
The first time that I told him that I was a Warriors fan, he almost slapped me across the face. He's like, "Are you serious right now?"
And then I always say, I'm far from a Lakers fan, but I was a Kobe Bryant fan because of high school, because I went to high school.
I was a huge Kobe. Oh, name drop some more, John.
No, I mean, it's not name dropping, but I'm saying that, there's reasons.
Dude, our first dog name was Kobe when I grew up.
Is that right?
I loved Kobe Bryant. That was back in early 2000s when him and Shaq were winning.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Vito, for hanging out with us.
Yeah, man, you can grow up. It's about growing up in different places, diversity.
It's all good.
This is a transplant city, and you can root for multiple teams, guys. It's okay.
What do you make of this?
If you're still rooting for the Chargers, you are not loyal to San Diego.
It's hard because we probably have some viewers in here that are obviously Chargers fans.
I will say, hey, look, you want to root for the Chargers? That's fine. I will never, ever talk, root, or do anything to support that franchise just because, I know what happened behind the scenes, and I'm sure you know a little bit too, John, even though you came here right after that.
Yeah, that was the beauty of me. I've never had any loyalty to them in my life.
Just knowing how shitty that franchise treated the fan base and how sleazy they were and how bad they wanted to get out of San Diego and how they faked a lot of stuff and how they treated some employees and how they treated the whole move situation. I hope that Dean Spanos has the worst possible remainder of his life that anybody could ever have.
Yeah, I would just say this. It's I'm over. I want to enjoy what San Diego has. I don't want to theorize on what San Diego might have again or previously had. And I respect the fact, like you said, if you grew up a Chargers fan, you grew up a Chargers fan. And if you root for the Chargers, you root for the Chargers. I mean, we don't. If you listen to us on the radio, you know that. But
we've talked about the Chargers this amount of minutes on our show.
I know. Has it been that many? Has it been that many minutes?
It's probably too much. Thank you, Miles. I'm a
Miles.
Canadian Padres fan and met a guy from San Diego at the beach the other day, and he was a Dodger fan. So birthplace means nothing. Yeah, I mean, it's
true, but it's like who you're if your dad was a whomever fan or your mom was a that's
birthplace means nothing, but it's where you grew, growing up in the Bay Area or John growing up in Philadelphia or where you grew up. That's obviously your parents or your peers or whoever it is going to oppose what teams they want you to root for if they like sports, and then you can decide what you want to do, keep them or move on, or have multiple teams that you want to see win, or that you follow. And especially being in the media, our job is to cover the hometown team, and we both want this team to win for the fan base because you guys deserve it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I want to enjoy that with my son and my wife. Like, I mean, the idea of San Diego winning a championship, considering it hasn't happened in a major professional sport, is the most unbelievable thing to even theorize and think about and dream about when you put your head on the pillow. We've all done it. Everyone in this chat has done it, and you don't want to get too ahead of yourself because in 50-something years or more with all these sports, it's never happened.
Because I guarantee you. Well, not guarantee, but whenever this town wins its first championship with the Padres, for me, it's not I'm so happy. It's for myself. I'm happy for you guys, for the fans. Like that's how I will feel most.
I mean, it's going to be cool. I mean, it's going to be so cool, though. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable.
Do you think we'll get a float?
Oh, we're off that week. Actually, I'm going to be in Park City.
I'll be
the World Series.
Yeah, I'll go back to the Bay Area or something.
Yes, I did.
He did.
I did.
Yeah.
For 2 years. For 2 years. I'm 2 years younger than, or I was 2 years younger. But I had gym class with him. That's the story. If you want to know more, DM me. But yeah, I had gym class with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, Erica, slide in his DMs.
Weird. That's actually weird. Yeah, that's weird. Erica, I'm married. But you can still DM me. If you want to know more, you can ask right here and I'll answer it. But yeah, I had gym class with Kobe Bryant.
Wow.
And Tarvia Lucas, who was John Lucas's daughter. John Lucas was the head coach of the Sixers when I was at Lower Merion. You remember John Lucas? Longtime NBA head coach.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You don't?
No, I know John Lucas.
Okay, yeah.
Let's
get to some of these supers.
Hold on.
Okay, by the way, can we hit pause real quick?
On the show?
I mean, there's no such thing as pause, but can we quickly tell our viewers about our partner, Ora?
Absolutely.
Because I just got a brand new order from Order.
Oh.
It's been long. I got up at 3:50 in the morning. I just got a brand new order from Ora. I showed it to you the other day. Sleep supplements, stress supplements, another probiotic. So if you have any health needs in 2022, this is an amazing company, plant-based nutrition. Their co-founder, Will, is a San Diego, and they have an office in San Diego. If you click this Take the Quiz button, you will get a discount on your very first order. Whether it's probiotics, I do it for digestion, mental health. There's a zillion reasons to take a probiotic. You can look up the reasons and the benefits of a probiotic. If you don't take one, you really should. I love the probiotic I've been taking for more the last 3 or 4 months. They have proteins, which Jim has been taking. They have omega-3 oils as well. So whatever your health needs are, if you're looking to support this channel and go with a company that has San Diego offices and has a co-founder that is a San Diegan and Will, we ask that you consider our buddies at Ora. There's a link down below, ora.organic, and there's that link down below.
Yeah, go there right now. 30% off your first order. We're hooking you up. They have everything there that you need to live a healthy lifestyle. I highly recommend the pre-workout raspberry and lemonade flavored, jitter-free, give you a great workout, great energy for the day. Even if you don't want to work out and you don't like coffee, I suggest taking this in the morning. Like that will get you going. So go there right now. Take the quiz. 30% off your first order. We're hooking you up. You'll thank us later.
Well said. Let's get back to some of these supers, Jim.
Okay, go for it.
That's funny. I was hoping you would. Because I'm losing track. I know Josh is one of them. Let me get to Josh. Josh, thank you again. Yeah, let's lighten some things up. Does anyone else think that Jim is a split the check guy on first dates? You get to answer that.
No, I take care of it.
What about second?
I take care of it. But here's the thing, like if she offers, then yeah, you accept it. Like if you go for the second date and she goes, "Oh no, I got it." Like, okay.
I think that's a test.
Well, it is a test. I will say it is a test, but I'll say this. You plan the date, you got to pay the bill. For at least, like the first little while.
If you say that again, you pay if what?
So if I say, "Hey, do you want to go out
for
to
sushi.
dinner to this place, right?
So you're paying because you asked her out.
Yeah, right. And then
if she asks you out, you're saying,
well, still, even there's like you just kind of have to read the room. You got to read the situation here, right? Like definitely on the first date. If you don't pay on the first date, ooh, she gone. And a word of advice for first dates: keep it light. Like
now, Jim's offering dating advice. This is a great channel. Another reason to subscribe.
Subscribe right now. Hit the like button. Hit the notification button. But like, if you
year-round
go
Padres content and dating advice.
You go on a first date, and it's a first date where somewhere that you're gonna pay a lot of money. You better hope you like this girl, because and you better hope there will be another date.
Right, but that's kind of the cost of dating, right? I mean, it's expensive to date. It is.
It is. You gotta plan it out. Like maybe instead of going out to dinner, cook them dinner. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
It's Jim tomorrow night. By the way, Jim's got a date tomorrow night. I will be with you guys tomorrow night. I'll be on after the game. It's 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Let's get to another super.
And then when you're on your second year of dating, then you go to McDonald's. You're right. What do you want? McDonald's? Okay, perfect.
Michael, thank you for sharing this. I decided to be a Padres fan when I was 6, even though my dad wanted me to be a Phillies fan. Neither are great fandom. I don't know how old you are, Michael. You're younger, right? Hasn't Michael told us?
He's 29.
He's 29. So if you're 29, you would have had a World Series in there in 2008, right in your heyday. But there was like a period. I mean, the Phillies didn't do anything for like 30 years either. Now, the thing is, the Phillies have won some World Series. They won in 1980. They won in 2008. But hey, it's the waiting is the best part. When this happens, it's going to be the best part when this happens.
Yeah. Yes, Rich. She likes the Padres. She has wrap-up show merch, John. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
What'd she have? The sweatshirt?
She wants that. She wanted that sweatshirt, so I gave it to her.
I like it. It's kind of like you gave her your like letters, like high school letters,
right? Like if you give a girl she was just like, I want merch, and I was like, I have a sweatshirt here for you, and she's
That's dope, dude.
Perfect.
She's like, oh, if she wants merch,
right? You want some wrap-up show merch?
Yeah. Looking at these comments, I'm a little behind.
First date 101 to me is movies and dinner. Alex, first off, how old are you? Second off, I think movies is the worst first date.
Because you're not really getting to know someone, right?
Right. It's the worst first date. Dinner, too, I think is a bad first date, honestly.
So what are you thinking? Like an experience? Like
drinks.
Drink.
And if she doesn't like drinking, then take her maybe like to some activity or, something like that. But yeah, I feel like movies and dinner for a first date it's tough.
The thing with drinks is you're not really much of a drinker. And also when you go for drinks with someone, is that like a real relationship? I guess it's date 1 though. It doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not like I drink, John. I'm not like a massive.
No, that's true. That's true. No, you're like you're like a good responsible drinker. You're not like drinking like
yeah,
beers every night. You're not
like hey, want to split a bottle of wine? Like that's fine. Like hey, want a couple beers? Like that's fine. But like, and on the weekends, you might go a little crazier. You might have a couple more shots. You might have some you might do a little crazy stuff. But it's movie dates, the real reach around show. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Oh man.
She's using you for merch.
Okay, that same chatter said let me give one story, Jim. Can I give one story?
Is it that one story about the gym?
I only have 2 stories. Well, no, it's not even the gym story. The one thing I'll say about Kobe in high school is he played a high school playoff game where, first of all, he only played 3 quarters and scored 60 points. I want to say, which was a Pennsylvania high school like playoff record. He played 3 quarters. We're like, what? How many minutes is that? 24 minutes, scored 60 points. But he sat on the floor. The only player I've ever seen in my life to do this. When he would get tired, he would literally walk into the front court and he would like crouch down like a catcher and dribble the ball. If not, sit on his butt. And you say, well, what the hell is he doing? If he was just catching his breath. And if anyone tried to get anywhere near him, he would just stand up and blow by them. So nobody would approach him when he was dribbling in that. He would literally dribble like as low as you could and just like catch your breath. Like I've never really seen it, but that happened in high school. And then his senior year, my sophomore year, they won a state title, which was crazy because it was just crazy because we weren't.
When I was in high school, our basketball team didn't make the postseason in our league.
That's because you played on the team. If my high school team played your high school team and you were the starting center and I had Kobe Bryant on my team, you guys would it would have been bad.
I think we would have lost that game.
Kobe
could have played with nobody else. We still would have lost.
Probably. Yes. Probably.
Yeah. We got a lot of date stuff here. Oh boy. Oh man.
What kind of questions people got?
Golden shower merch, the best gift for your girl.
We took that down. I wanted to make sure it was appropriate.
Drinks and coffee is another date idea. Coffee's a very good one.
I do like that. That's a good idea.
Coffee's a very good one. It actually shows you're interested instead of like, hey, you want to just like come over and watch like
right,
Netflix?
Or you want to drink. Like it's so easy, you know.
Brunch, like a quick snack, like a bite to eat, not like a full sit down meal.
Mm-hmm.
I like bowling. Bowling's a good one.
Oh, those balls though, it's disgusting. Like everyone's sharing those things.
Yeah.
Pandemic, you know.
Drink, yeah. First, it's an easy exit if the chemistry is bad, and you don't have to worry about it. You're like, okay, well, time to go. You know,
right.
You're not waiting for food or anything.
Mm-hmm.
She's using me for the merch. Yeah,
I love that. That's be a good shirt.
This is a great one. It's okay if she uses him for merch. He's using her for Paramount Plus.
That is unbelievable.
Oh man, that's funny.
Well, that's a good relationship. It's like a yin and a yang. She gets something, you get something.
Best first date is a coffee or a walk. Yeah, coffee or walk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When are you guys dropping merch for the dating show with John and Jim?
I kind of like it. I mean, it's interesting because I like living vicariously through Jim because Jim dates in the modern social online dating world, right? Because he grew up in it, and he's dating someone right now, but he's dated in this online world. I never did that. I mean, I've been married for 10 years, so I was never online dating. So it's kind of interesting to live vicariously through like Jim's dating world. Yeah, Petco is a good date spot.
Petco's a great date spot.
Rich.
Where is that?
Yep.
It's a great date spot. Bike ride for a date. Jim's got to use her Wi-Fi.
Wait, why am I sounding like a boomer? Why? Because I don't know online dating. Is that my fault? I mean, blame my wife.
The real question is, what kind of internet should she have? And I said this before in the wrap-up show. Exceptional internet.
Fiber?
Dude, it's like fiber, high speed.
What's the download
Gigablast, like 10 billion.
Wow.
I know.
You guys need to move in.
Every time I'm over there, I'm like, oh my God. My phone is working so fast.
If you guys live together, it better be at her place.
You think this garage is going to hold people? Dude, it's only been like 2.5 months, 3 months. So it's calm down there.
You thinking about what would you name? If you had a girl, it would be. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Anything else baseball related here tonight?
Internet heaven.
It sounds like heaven. What's the download speed? Sorry. Oh man.
Well, Alex, get your butt to San Diego. There's a bunch of places to go here for a date. I saw you're 30, so you're younger than me.
Right.
I agree. The show's better when we win.
I think it's true.
Yeah. This is a great chat. Jim's icebreaker question: what's your ISP situation? What streaming services do you use?
Is your VPN provider?
Yeah. Do you have any? Is your internet fiber optic?
Yeah.
What's your download speed at your place? What's your internet password?
I mean, there's people that probably do date for this type of reason. Passwords.
All right. Here's a legitimate baseball question to get us maybe on track before we get out of here.
Yeah.
What do you think of Campusano as the DH?
I say allow it to happen. I want to see it for a week or 10 days and see if he can do something productive out of the spot. Tonight, 1 for 5, flew out to the warning track at one point as well.
Hard hit ball.
Yeah. I'd like to see it.
Give him
he's not going to be
everyday
worse than
at bats.
I promise you that.
Everyday at bats. I think the plan, if they did not trade for Luke Voit, would have been to give Campusano that DH spot, right? You think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think
And
so.
then
But I think they
mix him
recognize.
in a little bit.
Yeah, I think they recognize
I
they needed more.
Yeah, I give him everyday at bats at DH.
I'd imagine some of you were with us on the radio last year when this happened, and a number of you probably weren't if you've been with us on YouTube and not as much on radio. That was our epic rant. We'll have to play that one night again on the wrap-up show because we have the audio for it.
The reason why I think that was like the tip of the iceberg of just the collapse of last year. It was losing at Dodger Stadium with a 4-run lead.
I don't know I think it might have been a 4-run lead. He gave up 3 home runs and then a double.
So it was the culmination of the collapse where it just threw us. I mean, that was the show where it was like,
but we
all
just
right,
lost
we
our
are
minds.
done.
We're done. It was over. And then he said post-game. I mean, he said the right things. That he took blame for it. But then he was talking about like he was watching these iPads. And then we were like, what are on these iPads that these guys are watching? Because they're not pitching effectively. And we just start going off about like we say Pokemon Go is on the iPads and all these ridiculous things.
Well, tonight he gave up a 3-run homer that helped cost the Twins a game.
So Paddock allowed a 3-run home run today as well.
Shocker. All right, man.
Well, hold on.
Monkey knife fight?
Here's what monkey knife fight, because here's the deal. There's a very good monkey knife fight tomorrow. If you're into daily fantasy, we got an awesome offer for you. It's Padres Daily Fantasy. Do I need to say any more? So if you click the link down below, you get an instant match up to $100. So deposit $10, they'll give you $10 more. Deposit $100, you'll get $100 more. Just like that. Use promo code WRAPUP.
Mm-hmm.
Instant deposit match up to $100. Plus, but wait, Jim, there's more.
Oh,
the free $5 game where you can win $75 if you go 5 for 5 in a simple more or less game. Here is the more or less game for tomorrow. If you click on this link right now, you can play this game. If it's your first deposit with Monkey Knife Fight, you play it for free. You go 5 for 5. You win $75. So MacKenzie Gore tomorrow in his third big league start, more or less than 4.5 strikeouts. I say more.
I'm gonna say more too. He's pitched really well against the Reds this year.
Vladimir Gutierrez, does he allow more than 5.5 hits tomorrow for the Reds? Hopefully, yes.
Yes.
Machado runs and RBIs more or less than 1.5 tomorrow, Jim. Today, he was 1 run, 0 RBIs. He would have been actually a less today.
I'm going to say yes.
So more?
Sure. Yes, more.
Trent Grisham, 1.5 hits plus walks. Grisham today, who's been in a funk, actually would have been more today. He did have a hit. He did have a walk.
I'm going to say no, less.
And then Will Myers, they'll change this out because Myers is going to be out. So you'll get another player in there if you want to check this out tomorrow. 1.5 total bases for Will Myers, more or less. I'll say less. Maybe you can just get the less in right now. And if he doesn't play, you get credit for that. But again, if you're looking to play daily fantasy, it's so simple. It's daily fantasy for the rest of us. You don't have to spend hours and hours prepping and studying. It's more or less. And you get the instant match up to $100. You get the free $5 game. You're playing daily fantasy involving Padres games every single day. What's better than that? If you want to support this channel, please click on that link down below.
Yep. Go win some money right now. Do it. You're go win some money. Click the link below. Let's go.
Get to 1 or 2 more comments, Jim. Maybe that'll make us laugh and we'll get out of here. Or not make us laugh.
Did you see this walk-off by the
It was ridiculous. The catcher threw it away down the third base line. It was ridiculous.
Did you see the Tigers final score tweet?
Just final, right?
They just said final, period.
Yeah, I like that.
Just perfect. Just perfect. No. He's not going anywhere. Not after what you've seen so far.
Nope. Not at this point.
Nope. He is going to be a Padre for a long time.
Hopefully, right?
And I know we traded him 75 times in the offseason, but I feel like we weren't, I guess, what was the word I'm looking for? In the wrong, because no one knew what MacKenzie Gore was after the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, we're not the GM for a reason. We're offering opinions based on what we've seen. And my opinion at the time was
like, no, MacKenzie Gore, we wanted to trade him because he was doing really bad and not pitching well, and this team needed other things in their roster, and MacKenzie Gore is a trade piece, but we had no clue he was going to be like this.
Right. I'm glad Oceanside Boy just brought this up. I did want to mention this. So Clevenger had travel issues. Listen to this, Jim. He's going to start in AAA tomorrow. It's a morning game. So he's going to start in a morning game. Very weird for a Major League rehab. Very rare.
Yeah.
So he will start tomorrow. Now, here's the deal. If he stays on turn now and makes it back to the big leagues, he's going to start in Cleveland against his former team for his first appearance of the year and his first appearance in 2 years.
That would be awesome. I mean, first appearance. You're right.
First appearance of the year. Then Blake Snell, he is going to, according to, this is from the UT, Blake Snell groin will drive to Fort Wayne on Wednesday. What does that even mean?
Drive.
He's not driving there.
He's not driving.
And he's pitching for them anyway Thursday. It's his first start. Melvin has said it'll be several rehab starts. Snell has insisted he wants to make a couple. So he'll make either 2 or 3. And then, by the way, Tatis is not with the team on the road trip. Okay. However, what do I have here? They're going to determine when he can start swinging a bat. And it says the Padres still anticipate a mid or late June return. This is from the UT. And Jeff,
right.
This is Saunders or Sanders? I forget.
Jeff Sanders.
Jeff Sanders, I'm sorry.
It makes sense.
So it's coming. Mid-June will be here before we know it.
All right, 11-7. Get a win tomorrow. Sweep the Reds.
Boom.
These guys suck.
It's easy.
Let's go. Easy. Get some offense going. Get some slug. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Again, if you are here live or on replay, please support this channel by clicking on that subscribe button or the follow button on Twitch. Please hit subscribe. Please hit follow. We have year-round exclusive Padres content for you. We'll hang out with you all season and off-season long. Just hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live. Make sure to smash the like button for a Padres win and follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Our radio show is at John and Jim. If you follow at John and Jim, we will follow you back. Please support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, auto, home, renters, life, earthquake insurance. Trust me, he will save you money. He will save you time. He's a San Diegan. He's a Padres fan. Click the link down below. He's our title sponsor. Support Mark Nimitz. Ora Organic, 30% off your first order. Click that Take the Quiz button if you want to improve your health in 2022. Ora is also a San Diego-based company. Their co-founder, Will, is a San Diegan. Then there's Monkey Knife Fight. Use promo code WRAPUP, $100 instant match, plus the free $5 game. Promo code WRAPUP. The link is down below. Last thing, if you want to support us, Jim and I, there's a link down below, the best of UT readers poll. Voting ends soon? What's that?
Does that end like tomorrow?
May 10th.
Oh, never mind.
But if you're here and if you want to take a few seconds for us and you just support the channel and you've been hanging out with us.
And you can vote multiple times too.
Ooh, if you have multiple email addresses.
Well, you can vote multiple times. You can vote 1 time a day, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that, dude. Oh, then we're getting smoked,
maybe.
Probably. Okay, so what are we nominated for real quick? Best radio show, best sports talk radio show.
Best talk show.
Best talk show.
And John's nominated for best sports personality.
Vote for us, please. Shameless plug. All right, for Jim, I'm John. This has been the Wrap-Up Show presented by Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Get some sleep.